Hello out there, we're on the air, and it is once again Hockey Day today in Lawrenceville. Welcome to today's broadcast of TCNJ Ice Hockey, live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting via YouTube. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, lads of all ages, live from the TSAI Field House on the campus of the Lawrenceville School in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. My name is Trey Wright. TCNJ once again playing the Great Lakers of Oswego State in a matinee matchup. TCNJ losing to Oswego yet last night, 8-0, looking to split the weekend with the number 18 ranked team in men's ACHA Division I hockey. The starters are already on the goal lines, so we'll send it downstairs for pregame ceremonies live from the TSAI Field House in Lawrenceville between TCNJ and Oswego State.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TSAI Field House on the campus of the Lawrenceville School in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for today's ACHA Division I matchup between the visiting Oswego State University Great Lakers and your TCNJ Lions. Here are today's starting lineups presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, beginning with Oswego State. Starting at left wing, number 27, team captain Ryan Durant. At center, number 16, Josh Learvey. At right wing, number 24, JP Skaringi. At left defense, number 9, Adam Jubran. At right defense, number 6, Matt Carty. And in goal for the Lakers, number 30, Benjamin DeFiore. Oswego State is coached by Travis Hyde, assisted by Matt Hyde, Trevor Durbin, and Josh Mariexek. It's now time to meet the starting six for the College of New Jersey Lions. At left wing, a freshman from Annapolna, New Jersey, number 27, Josh Kushner. At center, a junior from Hackensack, New Jersey, number 21, Logan May. At right wing, a freshman from Mickleton, New Jersey, number 8, Colin Wilkowski. At left defense, a sophomore from Three Bridges, New Jersey, number 91, Nick Stout. At right defense, a sophomore from Rockaway, New Jersey, number 19, Ryan Walter. And in goal for the Lions, a senior from Westwood, New Jersey, number 33, Mike Busanich. TCNJ is coached by Andrew Juco, assisted by Paul Bacho and Rob Ice. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you please rise as you are able to and remove your hats. Please remain standing as we honor those who defend both these great nations with the playing of O Canada, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's less gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ready to get rocking and rolling after an interesting rendition of the national anthem. Taking a look at TCNJ's starting lineups. Josh Kushner, Logan May, and Colin Halkowski on the front three. Nick Stout, Ryan Walter, and Mike Bucinich on the back end for the starting six. Set to be another good one here tonight as the Lions look to even the season standings and looking for their first NECHL win of 24-25. Ryan Duren, Josh Learvey, and JP Skarengi on the right wing with Adam Gibrun, Matt Carty, and Benjamin DiFiore. To complete the starting six for Oswego. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to today's matinee coverage of TCNJ hockey as they take on Oswego State. Meeting off at the face-off circle are May and Skiargi, and we're underway as pen is the paper for today's matinee game here at TSAI. Matt Carty sends it across the other way. This is Adam Gibrun in his own end. Sending it up. This is the team captain of Ryan Duren. Sending it across. Goes off of the glass, and the Lions will take it out of their own end. Pass a little too far in front for Logan May. This is taken back here by Gibrun. Gibrun down the left wing. Puts one on to Bucinich, and Mike will make a cover-up. 19:25 to go in period number one. Oswego firing the first salvo of the afternoon, coming from Adam Gibrun, the Cortland, New York native, with 3 points last night for 22 so far in his sophomore campaign, wearing the green and gold of Oswego State. Lions win the draw. TCNJ in their home white uniforms with New Jersey scripted on the front. Oswego in their road green and gold uniforms with the Oswego anchor right on the chest as Matthew Karabko gets hit into his own bench. Braden Palfy trying to take it out of his own end once again. And this is taken here by Matthew Carty on it. Trying to get it across. That's a 21 of Ryan Salens, who couldn't get a handle on it. Carty sending this one in again. Gatsonis spins around. This is Palfy, who's right on a six. Palfy trying to take it away from Gatsonis. Gatsonis will stick this up to Karabko, who will send it the length of the ice. Carty will tag up. It'll be an icing against TCNJ. Both these teams still tied 0-0 apiece, one shot apiece. And the very early stages of game number 16 of the season for the Lions, trying to snap an 11-game losing streak as Zach Dorito will take this behind the cage. Lost it to TCNJ. This is EJ Gley, his first shift of the afternoon. Trying to get it all the way across to Matthew Karabko. He couldn't handle it. Dorito on the other side. Time and space for Carter McWilliams, who puts a shot on to Bucinich. And the Big Bus will cover it up once again. Another face-off in the TCNJ end of the ice. Pachalski can't win it. This is taken back by the Lakers. Dorito will send it back across the other way. Trying to get there was Jeremy Keys, one of the alternate captains of this Oswego squad. Keys will send it back into the opposite corner where Scott Martin will take this down. Joey Greenspoon trying to drive him a lane. Nearly taken back by Keys again. Keys and Martin will come together. Martin goes down to one knee as this one squirts back into the neutral zone. Third defensive unit on here for the Lakers is Dorito. We'll send this back to Kyle Gilbert down the near side. Gilbert tried to get it across to Drew Demick. Drew Demick was trying to get it back to Gilbert, who had an opportunity right in the low slot, couldn't get a handle on it. Matthew Greenspoon gets to about the red line, where Scott Martin will send this back to Pachalski. Gilbert back as Nicholas Carty dropping down to one knee. Loose puck taken back here by Benjamin Keever. Keever runs right into Josh Kushner and goes back into the Oswego end. Taking this back there is Keever on it again. A squabble of white and blue TCNJ jerseys as Petty will send this back up. Gatsonis will take that away. Trying to take it there is Alex Gatsonis on it again. Josh Kushner joins the fray and he gets it to the red line again. Stifling neutral zone. Forecheck and back check here for the Lakers. TCNJ has only been able to get one shot on the net so far. And Cizelka will cut back across with Duncan Crawford back to Benjamin Keever. And Cizelka getting on his horse and in the saddle down the far side, near side rather, for Cizelka. Waiting for options, sends it back to the point. This is taken back by Crawford. Crawford dumping it back to the 16 of Josh Lavia. Liravy trying to get it back to Durand. And instead, this is taken back by Liravy again. To the point for Crawford. Back to Liravy. Taken back there and nearly cleared out by May. Stout across, and May is finally able to get it out. TCNJ looking for their first scoring opportunity of the afternoon. 15:52 to go in period number one. Ryan Durand fighting for it with Helkowski along the far boards. This one pops out of the zone and into the neutral territory for Helkowski. It'll get a dump in change. Fresh legs on for the Lions. Matt Carty getting in the saddle on the far side. Nearly railroaded by Jake Barrera as Carty and Gatsonis will collide on the end wall. Cizelka and Carty on it, now in the near corner. DeVita nearly had it. This is taken out by Eric Santo. Even numbers the other way as the Lions will dump and chase again. Santo with an opportunity crashing in, trying to get TCNJ's first goal of the weekend. As Martin bent it like Beckham, punted it back into the offensive zone. This one taken out. Scott Martin back on the opposing blue line. He'll take it right in front of Mike Bucinich. With right in front of him was Anthony DeVita trying to take it away. Santo on the other side. Even numbers for the Lions in transition. Barrera sends it off with a high glass, trying to get it around Matthew Carty on the far side. Rather, this is Adam Durbin who's fighting the fray. Same thing along with the 14 of Braden Pulfy. Ryan Salins in his second shift of the period gets it to about his own blue line. Stick back in, delayed offside by Matt Sislow. Oswego, as that was taken there by Anthony DeVita, gets it to the other side. Nearly taken away was Ryan Salins. The Lions with a little bit of pep in their step to start this game so far, relatively even in terms of possession time. The TCNJ is not able to get sustained zone pressure as tying up behind the net was a Lion. Stout kicks us back in at the point. Salins will send it back. Mano the other way. This is Keys down the left wing. Get it back to Jernin. Sets up a lane. Bucinich covers up. Rebound taken there by Walter. Follow-up opportunity for Oswego. Wrapping it around was Carter McWilliams. Bucinich will cover it up with 13:46 to go in period number one. Still scoreless from the TSAI Field House as TCNJ wraps up their 4-game homestand in 2 weeks when they take on the Tigers of Towson, all the way down in Maryland, and a home for both of those schools. But right now trying to upset the number 18 team in the ACHA Division I Men's League in the Oswego Lakers. Gilbert across, sends one on net, redirected by Dorito. And he couldn't get anything on it. Dorito and McWilliams fighting for it. Dorito back with it. Gets it away from Sislo for a brief moment. Now Dorito, Kushner, and Sislo fighting for it along the near boards. McWilliams back with it. Shot blocked in front from May. Follow-up pass, gets it to Gilbert, who just barely keeps it in the zone. Nifty moves from Gilbert, gets it across, not able to get the handle on it was Renzoni. McWilliams on it again, looking for a wraparound chance, another chance in front. Nobody was home and green, and punted out in the neutral zone by Kushner. Oswego knocking on the door of the Lions. 6 shots so far in the opening 8 minutes of this one. Looking for a 7th to be a goal is Dorito. Shoulder save from Bucinich. Dorito back on it again. Nifty moves from the man in 5. Gets it across. That was taken there by Demiak once again. Keever's on it as the puck came out into neutral territory. Keever getting on his horse. Big hit as he got railroaded by Gatsonis. All right, on the far side, Karabko in Oswego territory. Couldn't get the handle on it. Lakers starting back in their own end. This is Demiak on it once again. Dropping it back to Scargani. And Demiak was just a tad offside. Actually, they're going to call this a hand pass going against Oswego with 12:03 to go in period number 1. And this one will pop back out of the zone where Petty will take the draw along with Barrera. Barrera wins it, not cleanly, but he wins it anyway. Martin sticking it back to Glide. Glide trying to get it past to Barrera. Barrera was a little bit out of position, and Oswego will cover it back up. Skaringi had it, lost it. This is back to Petty. He backhands one on the Bucinich. Rebound deflected out by Martin again. And icing is waved off. 7 shots onto Mike Bucinich so far, only 1 onto Benjamin DeFiore. Back the other way was Ryan Durant. Top line on here. Quick shot fluttering high above. Rebound collected by the defense once again. This is E.J. Glide who will dump and change again. Pachalski and Greenspoon giving chase as DeFiore will settle it back. Durand on it again. Gets to Cizelka. He cuts back away. Durand looking for the wraparound chance. Follow-up opportunity. Big point-blank save. Rebound covered by Bucinich. And the Lakers firing on all cylinders right now. As a turnaround shot from Ryan Durand, the captain of this Oswego State program. Pachalski wins the draw. Stout tried to get it out. It was knocked down by a high stick. Free puck for Joey Greenspoon. The Montreal native trying to set it back up to Emmanuel Amendola. Pachalski, Amendola, and Greenspoon on this 4th line for TCNJ. Digging at it as well was a 16 of Larrivee. Amendola comes back with it for a brief moment. Knocked off by Carty. Taken back here by Oswego. Knocked down to 1 knee was Carty. This is Cizelka the other way. Right at the doorstep. Blocker saved by Bucinich. Another opportunity. Another shoulder save for the man in 33. Stout back with it as TCNJ's defense has been peppered. But holding his own so far has been Mike Bucinich. Cizelka trying to change that. Pass across. Durand with a wrist shot blocked in front. Another opportunity. Bucinich dives across and covers up. Mike Bucinich playing out of his mind in the opening 10 minutes and 7 seconds of this opening period. 13 saves on 13 shots. And Bucinich keeping this TCNJ team in this game as Kushner will tap that one back out into the neutral zone. Polfi with a quick shot. Blocker save once again from Bucinich. Up to 14 saves so far as Gilbert's shot deflected by Kushner into the Lions bench. And we will have another face-off to the left-hand side of Mike Bucinich, who again has had a stellar season, save percentage-wise. Again, this is a very, very young program for the Lions as Kushner will take this back the other way, knocked off by the 21 of Ryan Salin. This is a very young TCNJ program. Turned aside here. This is Halkowski, 2-on-1 for the Lions, and they can't get it off. In transition, even numbers the other way. Pulfy stifled by Sislo as the 14s come together. Good heads-up play from Matt Sislo as Kushner will take this the other way. He and DeVito will come together. DeFior sends this across. Trying to get it again was Halkowski, the Mickleton native. DeVita back on it. He'll send this one skittering into the corner where Stout will backhand it for Ryan Walter. Walter bends it back to Stout. And Stout trying to get it underneath to Gley, and they will reach to the blue line. Barrera with the poke check, couldn't quite get it. Barrera trying to get it past Dorito as Santo came crashing in. Santo remains onside but couldn't get anything on it. Charging up the left wing is Renzoni on it again, and Bucinich covers up, rebound covered up as well. Save from Bucinich, gets the follow-up with 8:14 to play. 15 shots already for Oswego State. And give credit to where credit is due. Not a whole lot of them have been quality chances, only about 3 or 4 high danger scoring chances for the Lakers so far. Another opportunity denied by the leg of Bucinich, who has been on fire so far to start this game, holding his own between the pipes. Trying to get the offense going are the Lions the other way as Sislo brought down. No call on the play as DeFior nearly lost an edge, going for the puck behind his own cage. Keever sending this back to Crawford, the two defensemen playing catch with one another. Sislo tried to grab that down, a little too short. This is Dorito with time and space. Dorito across, getting on it, and just rolling off the stick of Keys. Dorito on it again, trying to get it to Keys. Keys around the top of the zone, shot through traffic into the breadbasket of Bucinich. And TCNJ right now just trying to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at this Oswego defense. But only one shot on the game, and that came in via a dump and change that just happened to go on net. Walter with an opportunity. He turns it over. Short side chance. Wraparound opportunity for Carty. Is it in? It's still loose. Bucinich trying to get it out. Keever tying up a shot. Still it is loose. A scramble of white and green jerseys in the low slot, and it still stays out. Pacholski sends this one in. Way behind the red line. Icing called, and the tired Lions' legs will remain on the sheet. Petty and Pacholski on the draw. Petty wins it. 2-on-2 for the Lions the other way. This is Barrera. Puts one on. Waffle board save by DeFior. Greenspoon to Greenspoon. The Greenspoon brothers on it for Pacholski. His shot blocked in front by Petty. Pacholski to Matty Greenspoon. Greenspoon will bring down a Laker. No call on the play. Matt trying to get it to Joey. Taken out by Petty. Turned aside. Joey Greenspoon looking for it. That one put on net. Punted the other direction by Walter. This is Greenspoon who's knocked down right into the boards. Much to the delight of the TCNJ. Rather, Oswego bench is a big open ice hit. Joey Greenspoon laying out. Drew Demiak, and Demiak is down. Gatsonis putting Carty hard into the boards as TCNJ starting to ramp their physicality to the notch. Keever on it. He shakes off a hit from Josh Kushner. Both of these programs knowing how to play physical hockey as Logan May laying the boom down there on Demiak, who had to go to the bench. Helkowski turning it back over. Try to get it across, taken by Duran the other way. Numbers for Oswego. Cizelka across, waiting for options. Blocked in front there. That was Stout on a good block play. Helkowski back with it. Kushner takes down Duran. The referee's arm remains at the side. Stripes letting both teams play today in a rivalry game in the NECHL. This one icing against TCNJ, as Sislo thought he lofted it high enough to negate said icing, but it'll be yet another face-off to the right-hand side of Mike Bucinich. Will make it the left-hand side of the man in 33, who is 19 for 19 so far. With 5:10 to play in period number 1. And Palfy is going to be called with a false start. So he'll be given a warning. Travis Hyde wanting an explanation from the referees, as Palfy will come back in here with Logan May, and May will win the draw. He turns it over, and a high danger chance goes wide. Kushner sending it in. Icing is waved off as Carty will take it back. Rather, this is Adam Durbin. Durbin back to Salins. Back across. In the saddle is Durbin. Durbin through the D, dropping back to Palfy. Point blank save from Bucinich on it again. To the right-hand side goes Bucinich. Palfy and Gatsonis, rather Palfy and Martin on it again. This is taken back by Matt Carty. Carty at the point, back to Palfy. Palfy trying to stick it across. Sislo tying up the 21 of Salins on it again. Sislo lost it in his skates. Has his pocket picked by Palfy again. Glai will set the loose chain, sends it off for the high glass. Racing after is Matthew Karabko. Karabko with speed is able to negate the icing as TCNJ will set up shop. And they are not able to. Now it's Salins on a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1 for Oswego. Back across, Bucinich comes up big. And now Sislo getting into it with Salins. The linesman will cover it up. Glai will put a punch on. Same thing with DeVita as he gets into it. Glai and DeVita now in a little bit of a tussle as the linesman will separate the two. We saw this about a month ago when the Golden Griffs of Canisius came down. These upstate New York, Ontario, Lake Ontario-based teams know how to play very physical hockey and know how to scrap it up after whistles. Saw that a lot in the Rutgers-Canisius game this weekend as well. Rutgers being swept by Canisius this weekend. Gilbert puts one in, took a funky bounce wide of the cage. Greenspoon can't get it out as it's going to be dogged with a hand pass. Zach Dorito guilty of said hand pass, and this will come outside of the TCNJ end. Final 4:05 to play in period number 1. And a good period so far for Mike Bucinich, just asking a little bit more from his defense. As Gilbert goes hard into the boards as Joey Greenspoon showing him a little bit of lumber. TCNJ turns it over, but not able to pull the trigger there was Kidder. Greenspoon back across. Walter tried to get it past DeFiore. Greenspoon on it again as Gilbert had the referee right in front of him. Greenspoon is able to take it away. Pacholski will set up shop. Stout at the blue line, sends it down low to Greenspoon. He turns it over along with Renzoni. Renzoni and Greenspoon trying to fight forward with McWilliams joining the fray. Pacholski will take it. Wide open space for Walter. DeFiore saves it, not able to cover it up. And Oswego will take it back the other direction. Greenspoon chips it back in. DeFiore will set it up. Renzoni will take it in his own end. Final 3:07 to play in period number 1. Kushner back on it as his TCNJ offense slowly beginning to come to life. Trying to test as much as they can onto Benjamin DiFiore. Kushner lays the body, a big hit into Gilbert at the near boards. DiFiore will set it up for Gilbert again, who's up and at him after that big green light hit along the boards from Josh Kushner. This is Durand again. Durand on Bucinich, and the puck just rolls off the tape. Gatsonis after it. Logan May trying to get there, but he turns it across. Suzelka in the final 2:25 to play. Wraparound chance. Blocked away. Halkowski just a little too far out in front for a breakaway chance for the Lions as DiFiore will cover it up. Taking a look at Benjamin DiFiore's stats for the sophomore from Glen Falls, New York. Perfect 4-0 on the season with a 3.0 even GAA and a .917 save percentage. TCNJ looking to change a little things here. Shots-wise, this game is really lopsided, but is still scoreless from SAI, despite the best efforts of Oswego on the other end. Mano the other way. Durand trying to get it around Martin. Durand and Martin still coming together. Martin will win the battle. Glide turns it over back to Durand, who subsequently turns it over to Jake Barrera. Final $1:54 to play in the opening period. Kiever will send that one in. Tied up was Karabko. And sending that back over to Kiever was TCNJ as Durand will get it up to the corner. Martin will skate it back across. Trying to wheel back with it is Crawford with Glide right on at 7 o'clock. Kiefer can't corral it. Palfy nearly turning it over to Karabko. Palfy turns it over right nearly in the dangerous opportunity there for TCNJ. Back over, burst of speed from Palfy on the other side. Suzelka right next to him. He can't get a handle on it. Back on it again and off for the iron. Snap around chance from DeVita, Oswego's best chance of the night. Carty through traffic, redirected wide. Final minute of play in period number 1. TCNJ getting bailed out by the hockey gods on a couple of wild plays. Back across is Salens. He holds up, blocked in front by Stout. Sailed high in the sky. Taken back down there by Matty Greenspoon, who appeared to be slashed. Salens on it. This is Palfy taking it back. Oswego looking to set the tempo for the second period in the final 25 seconds. Matt Carty had it, lost it. Joey Greenspoon the other way. 2-on-1 for the Lions. Greenspoon across, trying to get there into DiFiore was Halkowski. He couldn't pull the trigger. Final 12 to play. Palfy sets it up. Wide open space. Halkowski looking for a buzzer beater. In onto DiFiore. Halkowski. Great save from Benjamin DiFiore. Halkowski trying to go top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. DiFiore reading it like a book. His best save of the night, much to the applause of the Oswego bench. Final second to play, and that will do it. 20 down, 40 to go. Mike Bucinich absolutely saving TCNJ's bacon in that period. 23 saves on 23 shots and keeping this game scoreless with the Lions offense trying to get things going. We saw a little bit of it come to life after one. We'll see if they're able to build on that pressure going into the middle period. We'll step aside for a little bit. You're watching TCNJ Ice Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. 20 down, 40 to go as we welcome you back inside the glass at the TSAI Field House on the campus of the Lawrenceville School for today's matinee matchup between your TCNJ Lions and Oswego State. Trey Wright on the call, and after 20 minutes of play, still scoreless between the Lakers and the Lions. 23 shots on net. Mike Bucinich turning each one of them aside as we welcome you back here to the TSAI Field House. Players walking back. Mike Bucinich dialed in like an alarm clock. Oswego trying to make some adjustments. I was talking to Coach Travis Hyde in between periods, and he just said that we got to make a big adjustment period. Trying to solve Mike Bucinich, who was pulled during the third period after last night, just trying to give some reps to Ethan May. And Bucinich has been on it like Blue Bonnet to start the period. No penalties in that opening frame. So a clean sheet for both sides as we enter the middle period here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Before we get things started, so we take a look at Mike Bucinich. The man, the myth, the legend in the crease right now has been stout. Before we get things started for period number 2, we'd like to take a moment and thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's coverage of TCNJ hockey. Like we said, after the Thanksgiving break, the Lions will be on the road for a home-and-home versus the Tigers of Towson in another ECHA matchup. But here we are for period number 2. May and Pulfy will meet at the dot. Linesman making sure everybody's okay. Pulfy wins the draw, and we're underway in the middle period. Back on it is DeVita. Gatsonis will win it back. DeVita getting physical in the corner. Salins runs right into Pulfy as TCNJ will try to take it back out of their own end. This is Stolt who gets it back to Gatsonis, who was nearly laid out. Helkowski couldn't get a handle on it. This one will go on net, where DiFiore will stand that aside. Salins gloves it down, 2-on-2 the other way. Salins back across, waiting, firing, gets it past the defense, looking to shoot, he missed it by 2 feet. Helkowski laying the body on Pulfy. This is skated back out as Helkowski and Pulfy coming together. Icing waved off as Renzoni will track back for this. Salins with a burst of speed. 2-on-2 the other way. Salins cutting back, dropping it back across there for Lavrita. Lions in transition. Taking it back there is Ryan Duran, sending it on a stick there of Renzoni. This is Lucas Renzoni, chips it across the other way. Sislo intercepts it. Sizelko will take it back to Renzoni. Durand and Gley come together as Sislo and Sizelko will come together in the corner once more. Lions trying to get it out of their own end. This one sent back in by Renzoni. Kipped in on the far side there by Durbin. Barrera trying to get this one out. Got about a little bit in front, and now TCNJ will get their first penalty kill of the afternoon. This one shot wide by German on it again. To the bench goes DiFiore, extra attacker on short side chance, just hops over the bar. Oswego still on it on the delayed penalty, teeing up a chance, saved there by Bucinich, rebound collected, he touched it again. Transitioning across, blocked in front, Korobko's not getting it. I thought Bucinich touched up on the delayed call. Renzoni sends this one out. Both referees' arms are in the air. We could see a potential double. I don't know if it's going to be a 5-on-3 or just because of the delayed penalty. Still on it is Oswego. Drop back pass on the other side. This is McWilliams sending it across for Durbin. Durbin can't get the handle. Martin can't touch up. Looking for a play there was Greenspoon. Sizelka can't get the handle on it. He gets it across again. Still on the delayed penalty. TCNJ trying to touch it up. Short side chance going back the other way. Kept in by Carty. TCNJ not able to make the changes. Greenspoon lays down Carty. And finally touching up on what otherwise would have been a breakaway opportunity for the Lions. It's Korobko with a tripping call that occurred about 5 minutes ago. And the Lions will go to their first penalty kill of the evening.
TCNJ penalty assessment number 22, Matthew Korobko, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 59 seconds. Korobko, 2 minutes for tripping at 16:59 in the second period.
So it's a power play opportunity for Oswego, who already has 5 shots on net in this period alone. It starts with a clear by Josh Kushner, where DeFiore will set it back in his own end. Durbin with a burst of speed in the saddle, gets around the TCNJ defense, but can't get it past Joey Greenspoon, and Greenspoon subsequently boarded head first into the dasher. And Durbin went down as well, and Durbin is going to go to the bench. And the referees will talk about whether this is going to be 2 or 5. Durbin, I think, got the worst end of that as he was down. Now the discussion is whether it's going to be a major or a minor. It's going to be a minor penalty against Durbin for hitting from behind. We'll play 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 39 seconds.
Oswego State penalty assessment number 9, Adam Durbin, 2 minutes for hitting from behind. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 37 seconds. That's Durbin, 2 minutes from hitting from behind at 16:39 in the second period.
4-on-4 for the next 90 seconds. Plenty of open spaces. Keys right here. He's hit from behind there from Barrera, and he couldn't get the shot off, and now we're going to get a quick whistle as the net comes off. Some contact between Barrera and the net as Barrera and Keys came crashing together. Travis Hyde perplexed on why the play is coming out of the TCNJ end of the ice. There'll be a face-off about 20 feet in front of the Oswego bench. Palfy and Barrera at the dot. Palfy will win it, but racing back after it is Logan May, who takes a tumble into the boards. Renzoni back across. This is Oswego the other way. Palfy waiting for options. Cuts away from Nick Stout. He turns it over. Jake Barrera the other way. Gets it to May. May a little too far back. Racing after it with him and Renzoni. Barrera back on it. Turns it aside. 2-on-2 the other way. 55 to play in the 4-on-4. Palfy on the other side, and just shooting it wide was Keys. Wide open 4x6 for Keys. He couldn't get it. Gatsonis will put it on. That one goes into the gear of DeFiore. And Kushner sends this one back across. This is Renzoni down the near side. 33 seconds to play as Renzoni clap bomb from long range from Williams. Putting one back. Palfy back on it. Wide open space for Renzoni. Beautiful block, and it's out of there. Sislo on the block with the leg. Tracking back for it. Fresh legs will come on for the Lions. Kushner trying to get it from Dorito. 10 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. It'll be a 30-second power play for TCNJ. As Korobko is out of the box, back to 4-on-5. And now looking for a jailbreaker was Pacholski, but he couldn't get it. Dorito on it with Martin, and Martin is going to go to the box, so TCNJ back to the penalty kill. And another delayed penalty. Oswego is taken down. Shot from long range, blocked in front. Touching up on it is Martin, and Martin is going to go to the sin bin for holding. So Scott Martin pleading his case with the referee. And to no avail there. It was a little borderline. I'm surprised they called that. They let that go in the first period. Referees calling everything. And now Oswego is going to take their timeout here as we approach the midway point in period number 2.
Timeout, Oswego State. TCNJ penalty, assistant number 16, Scott Martin, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 36 seconds. Martin, 2 minutes for holding at 14:36 in the second period.
And that penalty came right as the hit from behind penalty against Durbin expired. Hyde-eyed and Durbin trying to talk things over on the Oswego State side of the bench. Still scoreless as we approach the midway point in this game. TCNJ holding their own and then some against this stout Lakers squad. Shots 28-8. But Mike Bucinich has been playing out of his mind, and the offense getting a little antsy in front of him as well. They've been able to put only one shot on net so far in this period, but a big penalty kill coming up for the Lions. Stout, Pacholski, Sislo, Barrera, and Greenspoon. Rather, Stout thought it was 5-on-5 for a brief moment to try to talk things over with Kyle Pacholski. So Pacholski, Barrera, Greenspoon, and Sislo, the 4 penalty killers on the ice. Starts with possession for the Lakers. Taken back here by Durant. Durbin sends it across. Not able to handle it there was DeVita. Hard on the boards goes Sislo. Durant not able to keep it in. He sends it across to Durbin. Durbin and Durant playing catch with it. Sends it back to Dorito on the far side. Drop back pass for Durbin. Durbin is on it for Dorito. He can't handle it. DeVita wasn't able to get an opportunity either as well. Durbin and Sislo coming together. Dorito joining the fray. Dorito will take it across. Saucers it over to DeVita. Durant at the point. 1:13 to go in the man advantage. Durant holding. Gets it across to Durbin. Blocked in front by Pacholski. Durant through traffic. Sends it across. Pad save there from Bucinich. Back on it. Tumbling to the ice there was McWilliams. Another opportunity tied up in the low slot there was Salins. Durbin on it again. That one deflected by Pacholski. Durant keeps it in at the point. 47 to play in the holding minor against Martin. Sent through traffic. Blocked by Sislo in front. Durbin on it again. Sends it across to Durant, who's just able to keep it in. Sending it across for McWilliams and tapped in front. Durbin was looking for it. Tied up and Pacholski clears. Tired penalty killers coming off as a wholesale PK change for this TCNJ unit. 21 seconds to go in the penalty against Martin. TCNJ doing a bang-up job on the PK without their best killer. Still not out of the woods yet. Sending it across. Sazelka cutting back. Dropping off for Keys. This is Keys trying to get it. Blocked in front by Walter. 3 seconds to play. One final opportunity on the man advantage for Oswego State. Not able to get it. Martin back in the play. Bucinich covers up, and he'll freeze play. And now Kushner getting into it on the other side. Referees will separate the two. Liravy and Kushner were getting into it. And the frustration really starting to mount for Oswego State. 7 shots so far in this period as we approach the midway point in today's matinee matchup. TCNJ and Mike Bucinich playing their hearts out as Petty just about ran over the referee there. Rather, the linesman got run over from Petty. And the referee's making sure that everything is okay. Just wrong place, wrong time for the linesman. And a little bit interesting to see that they're taking this outside of the TCNJ zone. So a little bit of a break here for the Lions as Kushner will try to lay out Gilbert on the other side. Helkowski goes head first into the boards. Andrew Duco's incensed on the bench that wasn't a hit from behind. Helkowski laid out again. This is Kushner deflected in front. Helkowski trying to lay the body from the big kid from Mickleton. Kushner will lay a kid head first as well. Physicality ramping up to the full notch as lining up for a hit there was Helkowski. Walter keeps it in. Shot from long range and now dumped in the low slot. Was a Laker, and now we're going to get a penalty. And I think it's going to be going against the Lions once again. Kushner's going to go for interference. And this is actually going to be coincidentals. Or is it? It's going to be interference going against Kyle Gilbert. So it's actually going to end up being a power play for TCNJ. Their first complete one of the afternoon.
Oswego State penalty assistant number 10, Kyle Gilbert, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 45 seconds. Gilbert, 2 minutes for interference at 11:45 in the second period.
TCNJ with their first complete man advantage opportunity of the afternoon. It started with a win for Dorito, and he tries to take it back across, shorthanded. Oswego had one shorty last night in the 8-0 win as Logan May tearing across. Here's May. May down Broadway looking for the wraparound chance, denied in front by Kiever, who stuffs him into the boards. Pacholski is back on it. He'll turn it over. TCNJ faithful calling for a slashing penalty. They will not receive it. Scott Martin at the point. Sends it across to Stout. Back to Martin through traffic. Glove down there by Ben DeFiore. DeFiore has not had a whole lot of rubber shot his way, but when it has, they've been quality chances. Stuffing a breakaway from Helkowski in the first period. And a couple of good chances so far in the second as Pacholski was hit in the chest by Duncan Crawford. Crawford being directed back to the Oswego bench. He's got to be careful not to draw any unsportsmanlike penalties and make this a 5-on-3 for the next 70 seconds. Face-off won by Oswego State. This is taken here by Durbin on it again. Salins 2-on-2 the other way. Salins around Stout. That one sent aside by Bucinich. Salin goes head first hard into the boards. And the Lions will dump in and chase the other way. Stout at the point. Rimmed around to Helkowski. Back beneath the goal line to May. This is Scott Martin. Puts one through traffic. Blocked by the first Laker in front. Trying to take that there was Keys. And now this is Salins on a breakaway. This is Salins on to Bucinich. He scores. Ryan Salins, shorthanded with 30 seconds to go, scores 5-hole on a breakaway goal, and just 19 seconds away from midway point, Oswego finally finds the back of the net on a 30-second shot of the afternoon. Still 30 seconds to play in the man advantage as TCNJ looks to tie this one up, and really nothing that Bucinich could have done there on the breakaway chance there from the senior. And 20 seconds still to go in the man advantage that was looking like it was going to open the scoring here, as Gley will send this one back to Barrera. Nearly an interference penalty against Ryan Walter as he and DeVita came together. Walter is back on it, a little too far out in front for Gley. Icing is waved off as Durand will send it back. Walter picks up the loose change as TCNJ is delayed offside. This is taken back there nearly by Scargani again. Polfi on it, that one just deflected. Polfi on it again, nearly had his pocket picked by Gley. Oswego starting to buzz here as the penalty expires, back to 5-on-5. Quick shot denied. Polfi trying to get it back to the point. He will. Durbin spins away from Santa, nearly runs right into Sislo, and Gley will poke this one out.
Oswego State goal scored shorthanded by number 21, Ryan Salins, assisted by number 9, Adam Durbin. Time of the shorthanded goal, 10 minutes, 19 seconds. That's Salins, his 7th this season, scored shorthanded from Durbin at 10:19 in the second period.
9 minutes to play in period number 2. In case you're just tuning in, Oswego State leading 1-0 despite having 33 shots on net. Mike Bucinich 32 for 33 so far tonight. His offense trying to not let another masterful performance in net go in vain as a big point-blank save from Bucinich, underlining the point. Greenspoon turns it over in the defensive zone. Durand, quick shot, just goes wide. Oh, that was Lawrenceville, who just was a couple inches wide. Shot shanked from the point from Gilbert. Tracked back here by Matthew Carty. Renzoni wrist shot through traffic, nearly deflected in. Another opportunity as Pacholski nearly deflected that in his own net with the skate. Greenspoon on it, turns it aside. This is Durand. Sending it across, trying to get it for Cizelka. Cizelka's on it anyway. Cizelka, the other side. Gilbert sends one in. That's blocked in front, deflected into the air by Greenspoon. Joey Greenspoon trying to get it to Matty, turns it aside. Lawrenceville back on it again. 7:50 to go. Gilbert nearly turns it over. Durand to Cizelka. Renzoni, top of the zone. On the other side to Gilbert. Back to Renzoni, puts one on, blocked in front. Another opportunity off the post again! And you could probably hear that one ping from the basketball courts as Matthew Greenspoon sends it back across. Turned over, this is Joey Greenspoon, puts one on, glove down by Ben DeFiore. And that's the second post hit by Oswego State in this game. They had one in the first, now one in the second. Beating Bucinich, but not beating the 4x6 frame. McWilliams gets it to Dorito as Kushner lays the body into the boards. McWilliams on the other side, drop back for Dorito. He cranks one just over the bar. Crawford keeps it in at the point. McWilliams is back on it. And he'll actually turn it over. Scott Martin is able to get it to the blue line, even numbers the other way. 2-on-2 as Kushner will flip this one past Kiever. As being buddy boarded into the boards was Kiever. Taking this back the other direction is McWilliams. Sends it across. This is Keys. Gets around Sislo. Here's Keys in on the Bucinich. Big save. Transition save on the other side again. McWilliams trying to spring Keys across. This is taken here by Kushner. Helkowski with one man to beat. Holding up and waiting for reinforcements on the other side. Helkowski nearly hitting in the boards there by Crawford. Taken back here by Kiever on the other side. Turnaround chance from May. Shanks it. Punted high into the air by the Lakers, and Martin will come down with this one. 6:09 to play as Logan May will chip this one over to Benjamin Kiever. Kiever punts it as well, and going hard to the ice was Sislo as Polfi lost a twig. Keys on it again. Couldn't get it to Polfi. This is Durbin right in front. Couldn't get it to Salens again. Was looking for his second. Polfi with time. DeVita couldn't pull the trigger. He was denied in front. Manny Amendola skates it to the red line. And icing is going to be waved off as Glai lining up a hit on Durbin. Thinks otherwise. Amendola brings it down. He'll backhand it into the Oswego end. It's Jake Barrera, who was about a half second away from having a breakaway. Durbin hit right at the doorstep. Nearly covering up was DeFiore. And back the other way. DeVita on it. Lost it. Waits for options. Holds up. Stick save there. Stick to side from Bucinich. Greenspoon to Glai. Glai is onside. Puts a shot on straight into the gear of Ben DeFiore. And he'll cover it up. Just a couple clicks under. 5 to play in period number 2. Shots 10-37. It says 9-38, but it should be 10-37. on that last chance in front. Pacholski whips it around and he can't get it home. Walter keeps it in at the point. Sends it along the bottom of the board. Pacholski can't handle it. Sazelka will take it out for a brief moment. Walter brings it back in. Gilbert in his own end, really flat-footed in this period so far, has been Oswego State. Have had a couple of quality chances on to Bucinich, and the only chance they had was a shorty. Couple Lions falling over one another. This is kept in at the point there by Gilbert. Gilbert back with it, waiting for options. It's Renzoni right to his left. Gilbert will take it himself and just misses wide. Renzoni collecting back, was looking for a green jersey in front, none was there. Gilbert will come in the low slot, waiting for options, and he passes it straight to Matthew Greenspoon, who will clear it out. Icing is waved off as Helkowski will come on. Same thing for Gatsonis. Colin Helkowski, who leads TCNJ in points this season with 10. Trying to get the mojo working for TCNJ to knot up this game against one of the top teams in the ACHA Division 1. Top division of ACHA Division 1. This is taken out of here by McWilliams. Kept into the point by Crawford, off the glass to Keys. 3:17 to play as Keys remains with possession. Renzoni's got it at the point. Sends it across. This is Dorito, puts one on just 5 feet wide of the cage. Renzoni back with it again. Sets it across. Nearly tied up and nearly put into his own net there was Kushner. Sending it off the glass. Helkowski trying to get out of there. Hashik style was DeFiore, and he just gets it past Helkowski. Heads up play from Ben DeFiore to prevent a breakaway chance for Helkowski. McWilliams would have had an open lane, but he fumbled the shot. May puts one on. This one gloved down wide of the cage by DeFiore. And DeFiore will freeze play with 2:38 to go in period number 2. Only one goal for Oswego State so far in this game, and so far has been a strong game for TCNJ, but they're not out of the woods yet. They need 1 goal to tie and 2 goals to try to take the lead. They weren't able to score yesterday in the 8-0 shutout loss. Trying to change things here this afternoon against their NECHL rival, who's moving to the ACC D1. Salen's on it again. Saved by Bucinich. Rebound covered up. Salen's on the 2-on-1. Had Braden Palfy right next to him, and he couldn't connect. Tried to take it himself, and Bucinich was able to grab it for his 39th save of the night. Like we're saying, Oswego State moving on to the ACCHL Men's Division 1 next year. The NECHL downsizing to 4 teams. As of right now, the fate of the NECHL and a little bit of circumvention as Matt Greenspoon sets it up. Barrera right on the doorstep. They score! E.J. Glye able to pocket home the loose change. The Lions tie it up at 1. Chaos in front of the cage. Glye pots it home. And we are all tied up with 1:53 to go in the second. And we're right back to where we started from, Maxine Nightingale style. Hyde was wondering if there was goaltender interference on that play. And it's going to be Glye from Greenspoon and Barrera in the chaos in front. And we're right back to where we started with 100 seconds to go in the second. Breaking the stick there was Durand. This is Joey Greenspoon on it. Greenspoon waits for options. TCNJ with a lot of momentum, and Greenspoon's going to draw a penalty. Delayed penalty right on the doorstep. Pacholski trying to get it through. And touching up is Oswego State, and the Lions with a chance to take the lead on the power play.
TCNJ goal! His third of the season, scored by number 6, E.J. Glide. Assisted by number 20, Matthew Greenspoon. And by number 12, Jake Barrera. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 53 seconds. That's Glide from Greenspoon and Barrera at 1:53 in the second period.
TCNJ's power play trying to go to work as a quick stop there from Ben DeFiore.
Oswego State minor penalty assistant number 6, Matthew Carty, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 1 minute, 17 seconds. Carty, 2 minutes for boarding at 1:17 in the second period.
Approaching the final minute of play in period number 2.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Final minute to play in period 2. Helkowski takes it at the point. Dropping it back for Nick Stout, quarterback in this power play. Pacholski's not able to grab a handle of it. Helkowski will get it anyway. Stout racing for it, just barely able to keep it in at the zone as he's railroaded at the blue line. 37 seconds to play as Pacholski sets it back for Scott Martin. Martin waiting across, waiting for reinforcements, and it just trickles wide. Stout on it again. Martin with time and space, rifles one through traffic, 3 feet to the right side of the cage. Stout pump faking on the slap shot. Getting it back, across for Helkowski. Right in front for May, it just trickles wide again. Keys on it, try to get it around Martin. Martin just trying to shoot it and hold it. And that one will flutter on the other side. Second period coming to a close. Oswego 1, TCNJ 1. 20 minutes of some of the best hockey we're going to see all season long on deck. E.J. Glide with the lone goal for the Lions. And TCNJ will have 44 seconds of power play time when we come back. TCNJ 1, Oswego State 1 after 2. We'll see you on the other side of the break, ladies and gentlemen. 2 periods down, 1 to go. As we welcome you back inside the glass for TCNJ Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting on YouTube. Trey Wright on the call. And folks, in case you are just tuning in, you have missed one of the best games of the year that TCNJ has played so far, tied at 1 goal apiece between TCNJ and the number 18 ranked Oswego State Lakers. It was E.J. Gley on the lone goal, the first goal of the weekend for the Lions. Able to put it in via the chaos in front of the net. Benjamin DeFiore not able to cover it up for the Lakers. And tying it up in the dying moments of period number 2 was Gley. TCNJ will start with 44 seconds of power play time. Looking to have a good period here. Pen is to the paper for the final period of play. And it starts with a win by Dorito, trying to get another shorthanded goal for the Lakers. 40 shots on net, 39 of them saved by Mike Bucinich. And Dorito bringing down, Wood-timer shot just goes wide. That was Liera on it again. Looking for another shorty. This is Helkowski. Helkowski down Broadway, and that's stick checked into there by DeFiore. Helkowski was trying to have a breakaway chance on the power play, couldn't get it. Final seconds, the man advantage will tick down. This is taken down here by Oswego. May trying to take it away there from Liria again. Here's Stout. Chipped up high and just down into the dasher board on the other side. Icing negated. 1 minute down, 19 to play in the third period on a 1-1 hockey game. And offside is Oswego State. That was Anthony DeVita, who was just a tad offside. But again, that chance in front there from Lawrenceville was absolutely incredible. Wasn't just able to get it off. Kiefer on his end of the neutral zone. Try to get it to Palfy. Taken back here by Karabko for a moment. Kiefer sets it up. Try to get on the far side to DeVita. Gatsonis coming back over. Gley, the lone goal scorer for TCNJ. Trying to take that there was Barrera, as Gley will dump it in. And it's going to be offside against TCNJ, so back-to-back offsides for either side. Rather, this is going to be a hand pass going against the Lions. And NCAA rules state that a hand pass in the neutral zone will come back in the defending zone of the offending team as Kiefer lines one up. Rebound, they score! Kiefer on the initial chance. Rebound wasn't to be able to collect it by Bucinich, and picking it up there was Jeremy Keys. And Oswego is back out in front early in the third. And we'll get the particulars here in a moment. We know that Benjamin Kiefer is going to be one of the recipients of a point here. And for Keys, that is his 13th goal of the season. Rises up to 21 points. Third on the team in points, 1 point away from tying Adam Durbin for second on the points. And Dorito ran right into the padded stanchion. This is McWilliams' nifty move in on Bucinich on the other side. They score! It's Keys on it again. 2 goals in about 10 seconds here for Jeremy Keys, and Oswego blows it open 3-1. And whatever adjustments that Travis Hyde made during that second intermission already come into play here. And a couple of 1-2 punches coming in the form of Jeremy Keys, 13th and 14th goals of the season, and now he ties Adam Durbin on the list again on the team for the second most points. 3 points away from Carter McWilliams, who had a good opportunity there. Helkowski with it as the wind has been taken out of the Lions' sails just a little bit here. And after the first 40 minutes of Oswego playing very flat-footed on the back foot, allowing TCNJ to come back into this game. They've been able to put the pedal to the metal here and trying to keep this TCNJ offense at bay that hasn't been able to produce a whole lot of anything. But 44 shots on net for the Lakers, 41 of them turned aside by Mike Bucinich. Cizelka drops it back across for Larrivee again. Taken back here, this is Carty who goes head first into the glass, and this will come back into the TCNJ end of the ice.
Oswego's second goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 19, Jeremy Keys, assisted by number 23, Carter McWilliams, and by number 3, Duncan Crawford. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 23 seconds. That is Keys' 13th of the season. From McWilliams and Crawford at 18:23 in the third period.
Barrera on it, glove down and dumped. And we're going to get a penalty here, an interference call after the play going against Anthony DeVita, I believe. And it is going to be interference called against DeVita, and the second goal call coming in.
Oswego's third goal, his second of the game and 14th of the season, scored by number 19, Jeremy Keys, assisted by number 2, Benjamin Keever, and number 5, Zach Dorito. Time of the goal, 18 minutes. Oswego State penalty assessed to number 12, Anthony DeVita, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 13 seconds. DeVita, 2 for interference at 16:13 in the third period.
Another power play opportunity for the Lions as Martin comes crashing in. Holds behind the goal line, sends it back to Pacholski, who wasn't in position. Racing after it is Helkowski. He and Durbin come together. It's another power play for the Lions. They are 0 for 3 on the man advantage so far today. Looking to get one back here quick, trailing by 2 goals with time winding down. May on it, gets it across. This is Scott Martin. Helkowski held up at the point, Martin back on it. Durbin right behind him, rather that's the 6 of Matthew Carty. Halfway home in the interference call going against DeVito, one of the top penalty killers on this Oswego State team. TCNJ needing to convert here as Pacholski takes it beneath the goal line. Getting it across, Martin waiting for a lane, sets it to Stout, back across to Sislo, rather that's May. May on the other side to Martin. Martin through traffic, and it just goes through the paint. May on it again. Stout nearly ran over at the goal line by Keys, looking for the redirect from Pacholski. Padded wide by DeFiore. Brought back out of the zone. This is Keys on it. 2 straight goals already. Sent it across. They score. Second shorthanded goal of the afternoon for Ryan Salins. And that very well may be the dagger, as Oswego, another shorty with 24 to go in their penalty kill. We thought Keys was going to get a natty hattie there as Salins sent it across, to Salins. And playing like the number 18 ranked team here is Oswego, and TCNJ caught with their pants down. 3 goals from the Lakers in 6 minutes. One of them shorthanded as the power play will expire in 10 seconds. This one lofted the length of the ice. Ryan Walter, he turns it over for a brief moment to Larrivee. Gley is on it, goes off the stick of Dorito. This is Larrivee. Gets it back. Clap bomb shot goes over the bar. That was a howitzer from Rizzoni. DeVita back on it again, spinning away from Korobko. Flips it across, couldn't get it past Matt Sislo as Barrera will set it up for Walter. Palfy trying to get it. Backhander pass. Gilbert now on it. Right at the circle pad. Save. Rebound nearly deflected. DeVita is able to not able to get it past Bucinich. DeVita on it again. This one taken back here. Scarney trying to get it out of there. This is wheeled out by Korobko. Tired skaters on as Korobko will dump it and change. Taken back here by Renzoni again. 13-16 to go. TCNJ, who was in this contest for so long, but the bow breaking on 3 goals in 6 minutes in this third period as Oswego starting to get dialed in here and trying to get out of Dodge with 4 points. 6 in the NECHL standings. Cardy hit hard into the boards by Greenspoon, and he will dive to the ice, losing a little bit of an edge as Kiefer hops up, keeps that one in the TCNJ end. Back across, and just going wide was Drew Demiak. Good to see Demiak back on the ice after being hit right at the red line by Logan May early in that second period. Petty joining the fray. Kiefer from the blue line gets it around. Pacholski out of position. Kiefer puts a shot on, steered aside by Bucinich. Bucinich 5 saves away from another 50-save performance. Offense needing to have go time here as Greenspoon claps one on. This deflected by DeFiore up into the netting and out of play. 19-49 the shot differential. Oswego State leading by 4 in TCNJ. They're able to get a goal on the weekend. A lot of chaos in front. But Oswego, during that second intermission, definitely knotting things up, and that was that stout penalty kill that leads the NECHL in terms of PK time and in shorthanded goals. It's 5th of the season. 2 of them coming here tonight. Larrivee backhands it across. This is Duran who sends it back to the point. Clap on from Crawford. Fanned on it. Cizelka was looking for a green and gold jersey. Couldn't get it. Kushner trying to outrate the icing, but Kiefer just way too fast for Kushner. And it'll be another face-off in the TCNJ end of the ice. And a reminder that TCNJ will be playing Towson next weekend. A home and home between the Tigers and the Lions, the Battle of the Jungle, as TCNJ will travel down to Maryland next Friday night. Larrivee trying to set it up for Duran, but he can't get it brought down. Larrivee and Duran fighting with Sislo in the far corner. Trying to get it there is Larrivee. He's brought down. Trying to get out of there was Kushner. May have been interfered there with Kiefer as he would have had a breakaway opportunity. Martin will loft this one back the other side. Stick down there by DeFiore. And Oswego will start on their own end. Kushner whiffing on a shot. Trying to take it away was Barrera. This is Kushner on it. Putting a shot on, blocked by Kiefer in front. Sticked up by Cizelka. A little too far out in front for the man in the Sticks jersey as Martin will take this back. Cuts away from Cizelka. Back to Jake Barrera. Barrera trying to get away from Keys, who is looking for a hat trick tonight. Kushner the other way. Kushner into Barrera. Stick to side. Rebound covered up by DeFiore. Good chance in front from Colin Helkowski, but DeFiore saying no on the transition. And he keeps this a 3-goal lead for the Lakers with 10:36 to play. Dorito getting on his horse the other way, and Stout will loft this one, stays in play, batted down by Keys. Stout in on it, gets it out to about the neutral zone, where Durbin will come back out with it. McWilliams gets on his horse. McWilliams to the defense, he is brought down. trying to add on to his team, leading 25 points and looking to get a goal. Carty on the other side, trying to get it to McWilliams. Couldn't get a handle on it.
Oswego State goal. His second of the game and eighth of the season, scores shorthanded by number 21, Ryan Salins, assisted by number 19, Jeremy Keys, and number 6, Matthew Carty. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 36 seconds. That's Salins, second of the game, scores shorthanded, assisted by Keys and Carty at 14:36 in the third period.
Past the midway point in period number 3, time winding down for TCNJ for their first 40 minutes of the game. Played some of their best hockey of the season as Bucinich on the short side chance covers up. Playing some of their best hockey of the season. And of course, Oswego a little bit on the back foot as well. And Lions taking advantage of that, able to pot one home, but Oswego, 3 goals in the first 6 minutes of the third period. Poured it on, and that last shorthanded goal that was just announced there from Salins. Unfortunately, may be the difference maker as Greenspoon was brought down, and Salins is going to go to the box. So a little bit of an ACHA Gordie Howe hat trick as Salins will go for 2. He's got 2 goals, an assist, and a pair of penalty minutes for the senior from Clifton Park, New York. It'll be a tripping call. TCNJ looking to get back into the contest late in the third period.
Oswego State penalty, assistant number 21, Ryan Salins, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 6 seconds. Salins, 2 minutes for tripping, and 9:06 in the third period.
Fourth power play opportunity for the Lions tonight. 0 for 4 with 2 shorthanded goals allowed, and looking for another one here is DeVita. DeVita in on, gets around the defense, puts it on. Big save, Bucinich. He covers it up. Oh my goodness, how did he save that? Holy Toledo. Mike Bucinich jumping across Trevor Givarowski style and absolutely robbing Anthony DeVita blindly. Call the New York Stock Exchange, call the Securities and Economics Commission, whatever the SEC is called that is not sports related. Absolute robbery there from Mike Bucinich onto Anthony DeVita, and he knows it. DeVita will just clear this out on the other end. Logan May will let Bucinich handle this for a brief moment, and May will get in the saddle. 1:11 to go in the power play for the Lions. May, through traffic, gets it around, trying to get around to his own pass. Still on it was May for a brief moment. This has come back to Lawrenceville. Pacholski with a little bit of time and space. Gilbert right on his 6. May will see it rimmed around to Barrera. Barrera back to May. May waiting for options, puts one on, and goes straight into the glove of Ben DeFiore, who has been stout in net so far tonight. 21 saves on 22 shots, 51 to go in the tripping call against Salins. Kushner off of the draw. Greenspoon lost it in his skates. This will come back into the possession of Kiever. And covering up, diving on the play there was Benjamin DeFiore. Trying to eat up as much time as possible as DeFiore. Much of the chuckle of the Oswego bench just saying whatever and just jumping on the play. Again, sophomore goaltender has a lot of potential to mold, but he is 4-0 on the season, 750 away from going going 5-0 in his sophomore campaign. Sislo backhands us one across. This is Joey Greenspoon, rather Matthew Greenspoon. Holds up, gets it to about the opposing goal line where Josh Kushner, a huge collision as he lays the boom on a Benjamin Kiever. Looking for an opportunity, and Greenspoon right across the net coming off. As Josh Kushner, a titanic hit on to Benjamin Kiever, who was thankfully able to get back up. I imagine Kushner and Kiever will have some pleasantries exchanged at some point in the next couple of moments. 15 seconds to go. Popped out of the zone by Dorito. Sending it back in, and this one taken out by Sislo. 8 seconds to go on TCNJ's fourth power play of the night. Nearly losing, and the handle was Matt. Scott Martin on it. Penalty time is expired, and out of the box was Salins, who was in there for an extra couple of seconds. I think he didn't know where the play was. Right at the doorstep, Greenspoon denied. Follow-up opportunity. They score! Matthew Greenspoon gets it back in. And right as the power play expires, TCNJ back within 2. Greenspoon, who had the primary assist on goal number 1. It's his first multi-point game of the season. And the Lions, with a little bit of life left, with 6:53 to go. Greenspoon off of the draw, trying to get it. It's an even strength goal for Greenspoon's second of the season. And the Lions, like we said, a little bit of daylight showing. Keys trying to change that. That one blocked in front by Santo. Gerben across on it. Keys with it, trying to send it. He is potted in. Cardi keeps it in at the point, sending it across. Santo redirects it in the direction of Busanic. Back they go. Keys at the top of the circle. Cardi on the other side. Cardi back to McWilliams. Back across. Big save from Busanic. Holy jumping. Mike Busanic has come up big as railroaded right at the center ice logo was Greenspoon. Stout tracking back the other way. Right on his 6 there was a 24 of JP Scargani. 5:57 to play. Brought down, Cardi with it. Gets it back to Keys. Cardi and Keys playing with it. Cardi through traffic, trying to get it out. There was Amendola, he couldn't. Spinning around is Gerben, back to Cardi. Cardi right across, trying to get it back to DeVita. DeVita to Cardi, and it just comes out of the zone.
TCNJ goal! His second in the season, scored by number 20, Matthew Greenspoon. Assisted by number 7, Josh Kushner. And by number 6, EJ Glide. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 53 seconds. That's Greenspoon's second of the season from Kushner and Glide at 6:53 in the third period.
5 minutes to play as Kushner getting Olivia Newton-John level physical in the corner. This is Salins on it again. Salins and on Busanic trying to go for the hat trick. He's denied. Salins still on it, brought down to one knee. Trying to get it out of there was Martin, and he will. The captain of this TCNJ ship will get it to one of his officers on the other side, and Matt Sislo. Gilbert takes it beneath his own goal line. Waits for options, holds up. Finding Larrabee with it, back to Zelka, right in front with it. Busanic stopped, that was blocked in front on a good chance from Durand. Back with it is Josh Kushner. He blows a tire, even numbers the other way. Durand gets around Sislo. Durand on Busanic, he can't handle it. Scott Martin on it. He's brought down there as the 216s come together. Helkowski on it, try to get it around. He couldn't get it past the 22 of Renzoni. Final 3:51 to go is TCNJ just trying to get as much time as they can. This pass for Gilbert goes past him. Walter needing to get the mojo flowing for the Lions. This is taken here by Durand, the captain of the Lakers ship. Turns it aside for a brief moment. Renzoni sends it into the aft wall, where Glide will collide with a Laker, and coming back the other way is May. 3:25 to play in period number 2-3. This is May. May with sick moves. Did he score? No, he didn't. He's robbed. Benjamin DeFiore. Absolute robbery from the sophomore. May thought he had a Datsa goal on the DeFiore, and he is denied blindly. And both goaltenders tonight playing about as lights out hockey as you can imagine. And that may have been the last chance for the Lions to try to get back into this one, but oh boy, with 186 seconds to play, an overall best game of the season for the Lions, going toe-to-toe with the number 18 ranked team in the Division I for men's. Losing 8-0 last night. First 40 minutes of this game was absolute perfection from TCNJ. Mike Bucinich having one of the games of his career. And unfortunately, the first 6 minutes of this third period looked to be the difference maker, as Bucinich will make yet another stop. 2:30 to play in period number 3. And this will be icing called against the Lions, and we'll see if Coach Duco decides to pull Bucinich here. And TCNJ will take its timeout.
Timeout, TCNJ.
With 2:28 to play, we'll take a quick pause here with TCNJ trailing by 2. With 150 seconds to go in period number 3. Final 2:28 to play as we're back here at the TSAI Field House. TCNJ trailing by 2 goals to Oswego State. Oswego trying to close out the final 150 of this game, and it starts with a win in the opposing end. Redirection chance, glove down by Bucinich. Save number 54 of the afternoon. And if my math is correct, I believe that is at least the 7th or 8th. I believe it is the 7th. More than 50 save performance there from Mike Bucinich in net. Right in front for Mick Williams, and he bars down it in. Connor McWilliams, the senior, will put an exclamation point on the weekend for Oswego. And with 2:11 to play, the dagger right into the hearts of the Lions in a 4-goal third period for Oswego. And they will extend their lead in the NECHL standings over Canisius. And TCNJ with one final NECHL game left in the season, a road game against Rutgers. Trying to get things going here and just trying to end the losing streak that is now at 12 games. Looking for a hat trick was Salins. He was denied on the opposite side. Final 2 minutes of play in period number 3. TCNJ will look to face Towson. And looking for a win against the Lions as Glye will come together with Durbin. Another opportunity covered up and gobbled up by DeFiore. And Glide getting a little frustrated coming together with Matthew Carty, the 2 6s. Couple linesmen away from rumbling up here in the final 142, and this is where the frustration's boiling over between these two NECHL rivals. Glide and Lawrenceville meeting at the face-off dot. Lawrenceville will win the draw. Final 100 seconds of the third period. Oswego State will move to 11-4-3. As taking it back the other way is Joey Greenspoon. Greenspoon 1-on-3, trying to get around the defense. He scores! And now we're going to get a Donnybrook right after the goal. Joey Greenspoon joining his brother in the goal-scoring category. And all smiles are both Greenspoon brothers on one of the hardest playing games we've seen the Lions play this season. We'll see if Matthew will get his 3rd point of the night. And another dirty area goal for TCNJ. They're able to get 3 back, and overall the attitude on the TCNJ bench, all smiles from these guys. A much better played game than last night. 26 shots on net, their highest in about 3 games. And despite the big red L in the column, TCNJ and this young program trying to hang their hats on a statement game like this one. McWilliams trying to spoil the party. He can't do so. Final 70 minutes of the contest. Final 70 seconds of the contest. Colton Reynolds, our TD for tonight. Give me a little bit of a look.
1 minute remaining in the third period. Oswego goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 23, Carter McWilliams, assisted by number 5, Zach Dorito. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. TCNJ goal! His 2nd of the season, scored by number 48, Joey Greenspoon. Assisted by number 20, Matthew Greenspoon. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 24 seconds. That's Greenspoon from Greenspoon at 1:24 in the third period.
So the Greenspoon brothers getting on the score sheet together for the first time in their ACHA careers. Final 7 seconds will tick down. And while the final score may not show it, TCNJ with one of their best games played in 24-25, coming up just short to the number 18 ranked Oswego State University Lakers. 3-5 your final. 60 shots on net. On to Mike Businich, he turning aside 55 of them. For the Greenspoon brothers, scoring goals in the same game for the first time in their careers. And ultimately, time just winding down a little too much in the first 6 minutes of the third period. The only little dark spot on this game, and of course the 2 shorthanded goals given up. But other than a couple of small adjustments, TCNJ will travel down to Towson, Maryland, where they will take on the Tigers in 2 weekends. After a much-needed Thanksgiving break between the 2 programs, and they will come back here on that Saturday in the home-and-home matchup. But on behalf of Jeremy Myers, Colton Reynolds, my name is Trey Wright. 3-5 your final. TCNJ falls to 1-14-1 as they still look for that ever-elusive second win of the season in 2 weekends after Thanksgiving break. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's broadcast of TCNJ Lions Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Have a great Sunday evening, ladies and gentlemen.